Hey, what's up, everyone? DREAGEN back again with another edition of the KAIJU commentary. On this one, we're watching 1974's Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. Now, as always, when you see the Toho logo appear on your screen, that is your cue to start listening to us. So we're going to kick things off in 3, 2, 1. Hello, and welcome to another edition of the KAIJU commentary. Today, we are watching 1974's Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla.
Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla.
This is kind of a classic. I don't think a lot of people realize. I mean, they know if you're a kaiju fan, but kind of more just casually that you always think of the Showa era, and one of the classic kaiju you think of from the Showa era, especially the Godzilla franchise, is Mechagodzilla. But it's funny, he didn't show up till the very end. The last two Showa Godzilla films,
Hey, he was fashionably late, okay?
he was, and it kind of, in a weird way, represents kind of an ultimate nemesis for Godzilla. Even though I know King Ghidorah is thought of as the ultimate nemesis, it's kind of like Mechagodzilla is kind of created by us, and or that, and there's some aliens involved too. But it's like he's artificially created. It's almost like we've been plagued by monsters, and now we have an artificial monster. Kind of
Yeah.
so it's like Godzilla kind of fighting like
A man-made monster.
yeah, like a version of himself in a weird way. It's the kind of closest thing we've got up to this point of
That intro.
I know, right? It's the closest thing we've got up to this point of having a Godzilla versus Godzilla, essentially, which a lot of fans still want. Also, in addition to
And then it became happy music.
I know, right? Well, it's fun. In addition to Mechagodzilla, we are introduced to another kaiju in this film, King Caesar. I'm pretty sure it's called He's pronounced Caesar. Every time the name, I want to say Caesar, but I've heard it pronounced Caesar, so I don't know if it's Caesar or Caesar. King Caesar. I don't know.
King Shishi Dog Man?
Yeah, well, basically, he's a giant bipedal shishi dog, which is I always thought it was kind of cool when Japan or Toho would kind of take creatures from their own mythologies and make them kaiju. I know there was a Godzilla comic in the '90s by Dark Horse where Godzilla fights an oni. But yeah, no. So anyway, again, Mechagodzilla, he's one of the classics. Yet he is right to the end. But these last two Godzilla films, in terms of the Showa era, are some of the best ones. And a lot of people had said it kind of towards the end. Some of these films have really kind of started to return to form. But by that point, interest in these kind of movies are starting to wane. I know there was issues with the Japanese economy around this time, so the fun at the movies wasn't necessarily a top priority for people. And God, these films have been running since 1954. So people I think were just getting tired of it. I guess, sadly to say, So we're coming up pretty soon on the first instance of Toho retiring Godzilla, and because Godzilla really is the driving force of the kaiju cinema. When they retired him, it kind of retired kaiju films for a little bit. You dropped that.
Oh, no. Oh. Well. Jeez.
Huh. Well,
Just shake her a little more.
I know, right? Little flash of King Ghidorah there.
Jesus.
I feel like I need to train with him to learn some kind of martial arts. I look at him and I think to myself, no, there's a man who could teach me the Kamehameha. Yeah, so right here, this is taking place in Okinawa, Japan, which I lived in for about a year. And it's a group of small islands south of the mainland. They were acquired by Japan, I believe, in World War II. But no, so I was kind of, after having lived there, this film started to kind of, I had a bit of a fondness for it for that reason.
Yeah. Just happy music.
I know, right? But yeah, no. But yeah, no. These films started again being catered a bit more to adults. You're starting seeing the protagonists are adults. Yeah, So I mean, Godzilla still kind of has a bit of a puppy dog face, but even his behavior, and again, he became a little less hero and more anti-hero. So it was kind
Kind
of a
of weird that they're using like a handheld in here. It's very like, ugh, shaky. Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was just gonna say a lot of people were saying that the 2014 Godzilla, a lot of people felt like he was a kind of a modern version of the late Showa Godzilla, kind of the tough anti-hero. Like he kind of had the look of a little bit more of the Heisei era Godzilla, but kind of the attitude a little bit more of the late Showa Godzilla. So I always tell people he's kind of a perfect blend of the two.
Yeah.
He's not completely dark and malevolent, but at the same time, he doesn't look like he should have a cape around his neck either.
He's not wearing any spandex.
Yeah, he's not all mighting it up. And funny, Mechagodzilla 2 is one of those kaiju who, throughout all the different eras of Godzilla films, he keeps making like a comeback. Like he was in the Heisei era, he was twice in the Millennium, and I know people have been saying they want to see him in like the legendary films. I don't know if they'd be able to work in Mechagodzilla, but I mean, something tells me we have not seen the last of Mechagodzilla on the big screen. I mean, he technically had two movies at the end. She got some kind of Farrah Fawcett hair going on there. But yeah, no. So obviously this one's coming after Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, and it did a little bit better at the box office than that one. And I think that was largely in part to the fact that again it was geared more towards a more adult audience. I mean, Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. Well, I love that movie because it's like one of the best monster throwdowns ever. It still very much feels like a kids movie. Oh, we get a little peek at something. Little King Caesar. Even though it's funny, all the depictions of him are like on all fours.
Yeah.
I always thought it was kind of strange because obviously Toho has done. Whoa, shit!
That's
I know, right? They've done like quadruped kaiju. I mean, you have obviously Anguirus, who we saw at the very beginning of this movie. You have Baragon. So it's interesting that they took a creature from mythology that's always been traditionally, on four legs, and they made that one go on two. Unless maybe they thought because Anguirus is in this movie, it would be.
well, unless it's because it's supposed to be more of a dog-like creature.
Yeah, but dogs don't walk on two legs.
Well, I know, but
Not a werewolf.
instead of a werewolf, it's a were-she-she.
Yeah, but he's not a were-she. She's just a giant she-she
I know.
who can rear up like a dog when it wants a treat and just stay that way. I knew a small poodle that way that could do that. By the way, he would just follow
That's
me around
not
the room
creepy at all.
on two legs.
Jesus, he's got the creepy stash.
The creepy stash.
No mustache will ever look not creepy.
Hey, stashes were once a thing, man.
I know, and they were pretty creepy depending on the length.
I've never rocked just a stash though. I've thought about it once, just doing it just for like a week, just to see
No.
how I could pull that off.
Nope.
But I couldn't do it. Like I
would
said,
shave it off in your sleep.
the most I could do, even if I had to do the stash, I would have to have like the soul patch under the bottom lip.
Yeah.
Something I couldn't. I just could not.
I don't know why. Just a stash is creepy. Like, it's weird.
I know, but for a little bit there, just the stash was.
I know. Oh,
That was
God.
cool.
What is it? She needs to lock her doors.
I know.
God.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he had a screeching ring at first. I was like, what the fuck? It's like instead of a green lantern, he's like a black lantern. He's got the ring.
Is there a black lantern?
I
Yeah,
don't
we have
know.
red lanterns. We have yellow lanterns. But do we have black lanterns?
I don't know.
I don't know.
guys. I'm just saying. Biggest plane ever.
Yeah, like we can just get up, talk, make small talk on a
The
plane.
fact that she didn't just hit her head.
Well, have you ever just try to walk around on a plane, even when it's in motion? I mean, or have they landed? Maybe are they on the ground? I couldn't
I
tell.
don't know. Well, they showed the plane going off, so probably not.
You cannot just get up on a plane like that. But yeah, I always love seeing movies like that. I mean, granted, this plane is like the size of a freaking football stadium. But even modern movies now, when they make them look more realistic, there's always still way more room in the plane because again, they have to be able to film and shoot in there. I've been in planes my entire life, so when I see movies like that, where I look at the plane, I'm like there is not that much goddamn room in a plane.
There's no way the plane's that tall to begin with.
What's I'm saying?
Especially because I'm assuming this is supposed to be like a puddle jumper from Okinawa, somewhere in the mainland. So
yeah, I don't remember exactly how far south it is from the mainland. I don't know. It's about like 45 minutes on the plane, but because we flew from Tokyo to oh no. Oh, I guess we gotta go to Mordor. This is Japan, lady. That's like every Wednesday. I mean, seriously, could you have a more like? It's like when people like do the whole thing when they think they can communicate with ghosts. I'm being spoken to a spirit. Is there a John in the room? The room has got like 1,000 people. Like, yeah, there's probably a fucking John in the room. It's like this is Japan, when Godzilla and other kaiju exist. Oh, I'm having a vision.
Jesus,
there's gonna be a giant monster that attacks. Really, really? You think?
Could just be a pretty bad, thundercloud.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Could just be. I mean, it could be a sign of a monster coming to destroy the world or rain. I mean, I'm just saying. There are other possibilities here that we might want to consider.
Listen, let's not be ridiculous. It's clearly a kaiju.
This is Japan. We don't get rain. We get giant fucking monsters.
I'm not sleeping with you. Oh.
Oh, I know. Subtext. He's like, I never took no for an answer before. She's like, motherfucker.
Time to get comfy. I'm not here for you. I'm here for your husband.
Three-way. Why did she look like Tiny Tim or like Little Orphan Oliver there with that hat?
I know that hat.
She's like, please, sir, can I have some more?
Give me a slice of bread.
I mean, she looks adorable, but I just kind of question that particular fashion choice for a grown woman. I'm just saying. If you're like over the age of like 14 and you wear a hat like that, you're borderline fetish territory.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Wear the hat. Now beg for bread. Beg for bread. That's it. No, look
Jesus
hungrier.
Christ.
Look hungrier. Hungrier.
There's some dirt on your face.
Yeah, that's it. You're famished. You're starving. You're starving.
Oh my god.
Your mother's dying from the plague.
Whoa.
Your brother's got smallpox. Yeah, that's it. I mean,
Space titanium. You mean from outer space? No, from the other space. The underspace.
The underspace. Here we have Akihiko Hirata playing, who played Dr. Sarazawa in the original 1954 Gojira, and he's been kind of making a pretty steady appearances in these films throughout the years. Again, like I always say, Toho likes to reuse a lot of their actors. They can have a bit of an acting pool, and it just kind of works for them. But yeah, no, it's kind of cool seeing him play a scientist again.
Mm-hmm. Who just lays on their bed fully dressed? That's weird to me. I've never done that in my life.
Well,
like, especially wearing pants. Who wears pants indoors, guys?
well, clearly you're just kind of a trashy person who lays on their bed, like
Maybe.
has some class.
Okay. I understand now. He's getting PJs out, so I'll forgive it a little. Is it kind of late for coffee?
Yeah, there's a lot of good number of returning faces here. Hiroshi Kazumi right here is playing Professor
What the fuck?
Rakura. Oh, okay, take it. Ha!
It's That's why you don't just have your windows open, especially if they don't have screens.
Well, yeah, but this is Japan. Think about it.
I know. What are the odds?
This isn't like,
Oh, ouch. Hot
this is
water
like
to
Brooklyn
the
or
face.
something. Oh.
No, my
No! History! What are you like doing to his face? Like, hit him!
He's trying to talk to the hand.
Yeah, Yes, you. Take the thing that the man is trying to kill me for. Yeah, no. See what he just did to you? Yeah, do that to him. See how much that hurt? Do it back.
He had a really firm grip.
Yeah, and then... Somebody hit him? Okay, wait. Okay, did he grab the gun again? Or...
No, he knocked it out of his hand, and now they're just...
Why? Why?
This.
Get the gun. And he's still punching him. Like...
Well, that's the bad guy punching
Yeah,
him.
I know, but I'm just like...
Wait, is he punching him through the pillow?
You never punched him, and then you got his gun out of his hand, and you didn't shoot him.
And this entire time, the other guy's just watching, apparently?
Yeah, like...
Not getting the gun and not helping?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
there you
okay,
go.
You're about, 20 seconds too late, but...
Like, right now, you could literally... You could... Jesus Christ.
He's like, I'll just grab the gun and hold it. You take care of the
Either
rest.
he's, like, really fucking weak, or that guy's got, like, a head made of, like, fucking iron because he's been punched, like...
Dude! Don't put the gun down!
Stop putting the gun down, people! The
Oh
only
my
person who had
God.
the right idea in this whole scene was the fucking bad guy.
This is why people steal from you, dude.
Yeah. Because you don't fucking hit back or shoot. Like, you just take the long, skinny part of the gun, point it at the thing you don't like, and squeeze the trigger. And then all your problems go away.
Why is this, bad guy look so confused running away? Just pick away and go.
No, that's not the bad guy. That's the good guy.
Oh, yeah.
That's the guy who got punched. He's probably confused because he got punched 37 times in the head. That scene frustrated me. I saw so many different ways that could have gone, but didn't. And I was made to be upset. Ah! So is his job and all just to stand creepily in corners?
Yes.
He's there to bring down the property value of the neighborhood.
He's the neighborhood creeper.
Yeah. And that's how we segue in our movie. It's like, anyway, explosion!
And whatever that was. What is that? Was that Godzilla? He just launched himself out?
In a manner of speaking. You notice something about his voice?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds a little asthmatic.
Yeah. A little high-pitched.
Look at his movement, the way he walks a little bit.
Sounds like an angry rat or something. I don't even know. He just looks like he's trying to strut.
You got his dukes up. Put him up. Put him up.
Jesus.
Yes, again, Wednesday, we know. The ancient prophecy's been coming true for a long fucking time. Technically, it's been coming true for like 20 years at this point. And then when you get to stop this monster, next week it's gonna come true again.
Jesus.
That's kind of how this works. Again, like I was saying earlier, it's kind of like when you live in a world of giant monsters, and you say, "I'm psychic." How do you know? Because I have a prophecy. Well, what's the prophecy? A giant monster will arise and try to destroy the world.
Which one? Be a little
Take
more
your pick.
specific.
You mean the one that attacked yesterday, the one that's currently attacking, the one that's probably going to come tomorrow? Again, it's the whole thing like, I'm being contacted by a spirit. Is there a John in the room? 10,000 people in the room. Is there a John? There is. I can talk to ghosts. It's like, look at her.
Jesus.
It's getting worse. I was like, yeah, sounds almost like a pissed off cat. I think this building's gonna be just fine. I think this building's gonna be just fine. I think the building's gonna be just fine.
Never be a lone, tall
no.
building in Godzilla's path.
Oh no, I guess I'm not psychic after all. I love how he didn't just walk through it.
Yeah, he had to punch it first.
Yeah, he had to like whoop its ass. Have you noticed that there's a big theme of punching in this movie? I love how kind of burly his arms are. Oh. Whoopsie.
Ouch. Hey, loser.
Hey guys, I'm Anguirus.
Jesus.
Oh.
Whoa. Oh, wow, that did not last long. Fuck that bridge. Whoa.
Again, Anguirus might just be the most ineffectual kaiju ever. Although I have to say, King Caesar at the end of this movie does not go down in history as perhaps the most useful member of your team. But I don't know. Him and Anguirus are. Ooh.
Ow. What?
Oh.
Oh.
And now we switch to a different suit.
I was gonna say, yeah, it looks different.
Ow. Yeah, it's more rigid. It's
His face is wider.
yeah. Ow, Jesus.
He's got, like, a low crotch in the suit, too. Is
Yeah,
that weird that I noticed that?
Well, again, it's a cheaper suit, but again, the suit is not going to get much distance in this movie. Obviously, if you know what's coming. So they're not going to build, yeah, so they can switch back every once in a while.
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh, you're trying to break my tail, bro.
Yeah, they didn't want to build a whole second Godzilla suit just for, like, a few minutes of screen time, so.
I don't want to eat the vegetables. What? Okay, that's just a little weird now.
Doing the King Kong jaw break.
Oh. Stay down! Stay down! Poor Anguirus.
I know.
Just roll up into a ball and run away. Or
Like,
do
he's
that.
just not good at fighting. Like, it sucks because this is the original Godzilla.
Villain.
Yeah, like, and he's just gotten his ass whooped perpetually in every movie. I think the best he's ever done, honestly, was in 55 when he fought Godzilla for the first time. Otherwise, he just gets his ass handed to him every.
I'm like, dude, just roll up into a ball and just stay there. Let them hurt themselves on your spikes, if nothing else.
It's kind of like when we were driving in Vermont and like the snow, like the roads would be like just packed with snow. You couldn't go. Like, oh,
Or after a storm, which
Yeah.
down.
yeah, you're just gonna go ahead and lift that up, bud.
I know. Just walk near those down power lines. It'll be fine, I'm sure.
Space titanium. I love it back in like in the 60s and 70s, to make anything sound like futurist, they would just use a normal name and then add space in front of it.
Well, yeah. Naturally.
It's funny too. When we'll eventually get to Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. Space Godzilla was actually they came up with the idea with him during the show era. They never got around to doing him because again the franchise just started to just peter out. But no, during this time period, they were throwing around a lot of different ideas for Godzilla movies. I know there's talk of maybe doing a Godzilla versus the Devil. I don't know if that was rumor or there was talk about it, but apparently there's rumors that they were thinking about doing a Godzilla fighting Satan kind of movie, which I'm kind of like, at that point, that's when you know, what do we do now with them? I don't know, Satan. And now we're getting our first look at like the yellow atomic breath, which should be another indicator that this may not be our boy.
Maybe he just had a bad case of indigestion, you know?
Why would that make any?
Acid reflux, something.
Even the sound it's making.
I know.
I love this whole setup here. This looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, this movie, as cool as it is, and as iconic. Yes, let's go there. Good idea.
See all the fire? Just
Yeah.
keep going toward that.
But no, I was gonna say, you know, despite these films becoming very iconic, um, they just they weren't making money. These films became what they were kind of more after the fact,
Yeah.
like in retrospect. You know what I mean? Like, and here we get a look at the real deal. There's that roar. Ooh. Yeah, you see when they have to have them in the same shot, they cut to that cheaper suit.
Yeah.
It's not going to be around for much longer. Yeah, it's essentially just kind of it's more like a mascot suit at this point. But like I said, it's not gonna. Even though there's a wrong that I kind of like the way the face looks a little bit more.
The face looked wider.
Yeah. Problem is, it looks too big for the body. But like I said, this was they just made a cheap suit But it's weird right here because imagine a Godzilla versus Godzilla movie, and even though we know that underneath he's gonna look different, but for a moment here we're seeing what that would look like, two Godzillas on screen together fighting. Like,
Yeah.
I know in the Heist area in Godzilla versus Destroyer we have Baby, who's like a sub-adult, but he's still smaller. He still doesn't quite look like the full-grown Godzilla. Here we have two full-grown looking Godzilla. That looks such a cool shot.
Even though I'm kind of like one wrong atomic blast and you guys are gone.
Well, yeah, it's a bad idea for anyone to be standing in these.
Clearly.
Yes, living tissue over metal endoskeleton.
Like, the
Godzilla's
fuck? Some Freaky Friday shit. Not even Freaky Friday. What's it called? The other movie with the twins.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I love this, how they do this right here coming up.
I know what they're going for, the metallic on his face, but it just looks like he's got, soot on his face.
Well, that's not really metallic on his face there.
It's not.
No. So I like how they burn it off.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God!
Oh.
That guy's like, as a scientist, I'm aroused.
Even though I would have loved to have seen Godzilla himself just burn it off.
Yeah.
Like, I just unload with his atomic breath and then have it be like, oh, shit. Down he goes.
Whole new meaning to the word finger gun.
It's so funny, too. You can tell when they did the Dragon Zord for Power Rangers and Super Sentai.
Yeah.
You can tell it's totally based off Mechagodzilla. Even the finger, the claw missiles.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. See, this fight here, it almost kind of feels a little bit more like a superhero, supervillain fight.
Yeah. No.
But no, I just find, like, yeah, towards the late Showa era, like, these movies were getting brutal. Like, Godzilla would get really fucked up in these movies. Like, he's bleeding now.
I know, right? Not just a little bit either. That was a lot of blood.
Yeah.
I must go. My people need me.
This freaking... Think how much thrust power you would need
I know.
to
Be
get that
insane.
big metal ass off the ground, flying through the air.
Clearly.
It's a bit of a... Sure, oh, yeah, okay, why not? At this point, we're like, yeah, okay.
Sure.
I see. Okay, right here, the big hangar. I've always said, okay, now that Japan is doing a lot of like, you know, entertainment themed places. They have the Gundam. You know, they have that Godzilla room at the hotel. I was like, I would love for them to do a giant hotel, big tall hotel, where basically they model it after Mechagodzilla's like hangar here.
Mm-hmm.
So in the center, you have a big giant like full size, Mechagodzilla statue,
Yeah.
and basically all the rooms are in the like adjoining like surrounding part of the building. You know what I mean? Like the building's like a big shell, and in the shell you have all the rooms in a big circle,
Yeah.
and then you have and you have catwalks leading out to and from where you can go up to it, and like at a certain time of day, like the eyes will light up, the arms will, you know what I mean? They're running like quote unquote diagnostics.
Yeah.
That'd be
cool.
so cool.
But they'd probably do a newer version, not this one.
I don't care which version they do. That would just be dope as hell to see. Unless they make like they do like a franchise, like different ones in different cities, because there's been 3 Mechagodzillas so far, so I'll just have 3 hotels in 3 different parts of Japan, all with 3 of them having different models.
Maybe, yeah.
Even though the high side one probably wouldn't be able to be built to scale, because that one was like 100 meters tall. This one's like 50, and I think the one in the Millennium series was like 60.
Hmm.
I love these segues.
I was gonna say, these cuts are so weird.
Well, it goes to like massive explosions to like
Happy, cheery music, and... Will they never guess? I don't know. I feel like that's pretty obvious. I mean, they're spacemen that made a giant mecha Godzilla. I don't think that'd be too much of a stretch for them to figure out.
This guy, seriously, he's just...
Nobody questions
That's his
him.
job, is to just creep people out. Like, that's what he does. It's
I
like...
want that job.
Everyone...
Dress in black, wear sunglasses.
It's a dark brown.
I'll chew gum instead of smoke, though.
Yeah.
I'll have like those... I don't think they make them anymore, but those like stick gum cigarettes.
Oh, like the can't... Yeah.
They used to make.
For the kids who just couldn't wait till they were old enough.
I know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't make those anymore, but... Like how he told her to watch her step, but not him. You can go fuck yourself and trip.
Really?
Fucking had to bring his pipe.
Hey man, this was vaping back in the day. Get up.
What the fuck?
Ah! And here's my room. You'd think they would have better security. Here's the thing. They could have just not gone and got them, and they probably wouldn't have found this base.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is like a super secret base that's well hidden within this mountain, meaning like, if anyone could just walk to that cave and find them, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be that great of a hidden base. So they probably could have just let them keep looking around in that cave, and they would have never found them.
Listen. We wouldn't have gotten here this fast otherwise, so...
Well, it's nice that the movie's being considerate.
Also, they want the coral, so it's like, yeah, obviously, if they think they're gonna go straight there, might as well grab them.
I will say this. I think it is because I was like, okay, they're doing the whole spaceman thing again. Is getting a little redundant now. But I do like how they created a monster as opposed to just controlling one.
Yeah.
Like, with Gigan, they could control him.
here's
King
my
Ghidorah, they
question.
could control him. Here, no, we made a fucking monster.
They said they built him. Where did they build him? On this island? This tiny island? Underneath? In this cave? Like, where did you build Mechagodzilla at? Unless they built him in the fucking volcano somehow.
Why do you have an execution room? You've got a gun in your hand pointing at me. So what you're telling me is that...
Maybe it's easier to clean up in there.
Yeah,
right?
but basically they're saying,
They already
okay,
have
if
the
you have a
tarps out.
room specifically set up for murder, You're telling me right now you won't shoot me in this room because this is not the execution room.
That's on his chin and not his forehead, but okay.
He's just really tall. And the guy's got a bad shoulder. He's like, I can't. No. I'm going to blow off your chin, man.
It's like he's just trying to, like, he's just trying to patronize him.
The guy was looking at him like, get this shit out of my fucking face. Can't even barely get your fucking gun up to my face. I'll fucking put my dick on top of your head. How you like that?
And you finally noticed? Sometimes I feel like somebody's watching me.
We get sued. Like shit.
I guess that means we sound just like
Michael Jackson doing that little doing the hook.
I say Lionel Richie sang that, right?
No, it wasn't Lionel.
Lionel Richie who sang
that?
I
It was
can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember because everybody just remembers Michael Jackson.
Yeah, everyone just reminded us before. Yeah, Jackson did.
Really? That was not smooth at all. That was terrible. What? Where? I think you'd
No, you heard
notice.
a pantsuit flapping in the wind, which does not sound like Godzilla. So
maybe she's crazy.
Maybe she's just born with it.
Maybe.
The movie does have a good production budget. I know they were saying that they spent some more money on this movie than they Godzilla vs. Megalon. It's awesome. See, shots like this, even though the Godzilla suit is still kind of the more puppy dog looking one from the show era, the way they what they do with him is not like so. Which is funny because this happens again in The Return of Godzilla in '84, where it's like nature like powers him up. Hey, remember in King Kong versus Godzilla when Godzilla was weakened by electricity, and now he's just getting zapped,
and it's making his power level even greater.
Even though it really shouldn't, because he's nuclear, so I don't understand why that would have an effect.
Listen,
but it looks fucking cool, so we're gonna let it go. Look at him! Look at him! Jesus!
That must have been kind of terrifying.
I know, that's a guy in a suit right there, too, that's happening, too.
It basically looks like they put sparklers on his back.
Essentially, that's what it looks like it did.
I mean, it looks badass, but
I know,
also, like, damn.
But yeah, it's almost like if you would have given him like the '84 design in this movie, like, okay, here's my question to you: would his mustache be more acceptable to you if it was like a thick, full mustache? Because I feel if you're gonna do just the stash, you kind of have to have a big one.
Yeah.
If it's thin,
it's long and thin.
Yeah, I feel if it's thin, it just speaks of you loving children in an inappropriate way.
Yeah.
But if it's big and full, it looks friendly and welcoming.
I mean, sometimes you have to have the face for it, to be honest.
Yeah,
so.
I know a lot of people think like the trucker handlebar mustache looks kind of dumb, but I kind of feel like if you're gonna do just a stash, that looks better.
Jesus Christ.
Don't worry, look at his mustache. She's safe.
Oh.
He's not her type.
Oh, no.
He's probably like, if you were just like 5 minutes younger, then...
Ew.
Look at my stash. You have nothing to fear from me. She tries to seduce him. Have you seen my mustache? You have no power here.
Oh, my God. That's terrible.
Hey, I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm, I don't support his, extracurricular activities, but
I would have kicked him right up Main Street.
It's like, oh man, just to turn to UFC. Now they're like rolling around on the ground for like 5 minutes until one of them just passes out.
Maybe he's gonna try to smother him and punch him through a pillow again. Talk while I choke you out so you can't speak or breathe.
See, I kind of feel if the knife is that long, it takes you that long to get out of your shoe. Yes! Finally!
Ouch.
Shoot him. Jesus.
Where's the Oh. Um. Oh. Oh no. Oh, whoa. Okay. What? This is some weird ass Planet of the Apes shit.
Yeah. Well, think about it. They went from being just like weird, like eunuch guys, then we had the cockroach alien, so apes.
When did Planet of the Apes come out again?
Yeah, I would have been out by this point.
Yeah. Japan's like, listen, guys.
Well, again, I mean, it's no mystery that Toho would, they would basically use Godzilla, make Godzilla films, but they would make them, they would take elements of whatever was popular in film.
Yeah.
So that's why sometimes you had like more secret agent stuff that, they just kind of like, okay, well, we're gonna keep making Godzilla films, but then what do we do with them?
Incorporate this other stuff.
Yeah, let's look what else. Well, 007's like popular, so we'll have secret agents and things like that. Okay, well, Planet of the Apes is doing good. Hey, let's make our aliens space apes. It's
Spapes.
Ooh, that's good.
Spapes.
That is really good. I like that. Spapes.
Got some spapes all up in this house.
We
I
got.
guess it's a boat, not a house. So.
Spapes.
Spape men.
Yeah, no, the original Planet of the Apes is 1968. So, and I think by this point some of the sequels had already come out too. So, apes were.
Depending, and I mean, again, obviously back then, I'm sure movies took a long time if they ever got over Japan. So,
not necessarily. I mean, Western films were pretty readily exported everywhere. I mean, Western culture is one of those things where there's a reason why you see it being emulated in a lot of. See, why would you wait to shoot him right there? Why would you wait? Why would you wait? There's no reason to wait. Like, you could have just fucking just shot him.
How is he not covered in blood? Yeah, dummy.
Well,
Oh,
shit.
well.
You should see the other guy. You mean, day? No. Yeah, no, again, they used to always do that filter to try to do, like,
Yeah.
day for nights. It's just so funny to think how difficult it used to be to shoot at night. Like, there was
bright moonbeams.
you couldn't really like light the scene. Again, usually in like these movies when you would see like, okay, it's a night shot. Like again, when Godzilla was fighting Mechagodzilla at that big factory, it
So he had the real one.
yeah, say it's a smart move. But yeah, it's a set, so they're able to kind of light it, but shooting night outside.
Yeah.
It was much more difficult back then. Nowadays it's obviously. I don't think a lot of people realize that back then it was very difficult to kind of shoot at night. Even to this day, if you notice, more low budget movies are shot during the day because it's actually cheaper to shoot in the day at night because there's less logistics.
Yeah.
So, being able to shoot outdoors at night was always a sign of almost like prestige for movies too. I mean, the movie had a bigger budget.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a Pinto? No. Seriously, that hat, I can't get over it. It's both adorable and ridiculous at the same time. And I don't know which emotion's going to win out.
That music cue. Got some serious driving to do.
I know, right? That better be a really fucking windy road.
Yeah, I think they just wore hats like that because they covered their hair.
Yeah, and I forget back that they had kind of the big hair too.
Mm-hmm.
I make jokes, but it's probably gonna come back.
Yeah.
You're gonna walk in here one of these days with this giant thing on your head, like, what is that? Hey, it's my new hat. I'm
No,
like,
man,
ah,
nah, that ain't me.
nah, man, no, that's not how you get down.
Nope.
For a split second, I looked up and I thought the car was upside down. I was like, whoa! I looked away for like 5 seconds. What the fuck happened?
Let's go to the place he disappeared by myself. What could
Seriously,
go
this
wrong?
cave is really easy to find. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Well, I don't think it was supposed to be hard to find. It's just like their section of it, I guess.
Well, maybe it should be hard to find because people keep fucking wandering into it.
All right. He's an early riser. To be fair, though, the sun rises at like fucking 5 in the morning over there.
Yeah, and like starts
4:35.
setting at like 2 in the afternoon.
I'm like 3 or 4, but yeah.
But no, I was always wondering too, like if I mean, by this point, Toho had to have had their finger hovering over the kill switch for these movies. I think they were like, okay, this one did better than Megalon. Okay, so there's a bit of an upward,
Yeah.
maybe that's a sign. I mean, the movie didn't do like amazing, but it was on the right trajectory. So I think that's why they went ahead and did Terror of Mechagodzilla after this one. But when that one kind of didn't really perform very well, I think they knew that, okay. And because these films were being cranked out pretty quick, they could kind of just stop them right away. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, we've got 2 in production right now that we have to finish. It was like, no, they were kind of just, making these under a year and just spitting them out, spitting them out. So, oh.
Yikes.
Part of me wonders that's why they chose to do the next film with Mechagodzilla as well, because again, they
Already
saw
had the
this
suit.
movie, it did better, so they think, well, let's just try to replicate that to some degree. Let's make another, Mecha Godzilla movie and see if that's the winning, the winning ticket. But sadly, it was, as much as I love these movies, I mean, I would never get sick of them, but unfortunately, mass audiences in time kind of,
Yeah.
it.
His fancy pipe. He'd never leave home without this. Clearly. What's it doing here?
Why does it say, I'm just kidding. Seriously.
So I guess that guy's job is just to stand in that one
I
spot.
know, with a flashlight, like, just let people walk through. They won't find you. They find you because you show up. What gave me away?
Dude, that pipe is so giant. I would just fucking knock him out with it. Secret agent man. Not really.
Ah!
Oh my god, what's happening?
Kind of did the little Wolfman effect.
Man needs a shave.
Ha
Interpol.
Where's Chun-Li? Yeah, definitely more for an adult crowd here, like Interpol and all that. You know what I mean? It's
Thanks, man. You could have got shot, but it was worth it.
ah,
Yeah, he's
on your feet, you damn dirty ape.
Oh my god. Spate man. So that's supposed to be steam?
I think.
Guys, just take your clothes off. It's like a sauna. You got this. Also, if it's so hot, why are you all over her? Get off.
I know.
Jesus, give her some fucking breathing room.
Don't give up. What are you gonna do?
Imagine yourself in a cold place. It clearly will help. We'll give up, but don't you give up.
Yeah, yeah. You don't give up for us. Again, all this. Why?
I know.
You had a gun on them. Just shoot them. Like it is. It reminds me of that. What was that part in the first Austin Powers? Was it the first Austin Powers movie?
Yeah.
Where he's like, "What? Why? Why are you gonna do all this? I've got a gun in my room. I can go get it and shoot them, and they'll die. You're gonna put them in some elaborate trap. They're just gonna figure a way to get out of." And I'm just like, "We'll put them in the execution room, or you could take the gun that you have pointed right at them and pull the trigger."
Thunder shot.
Yeah, it's like, why? Just fucking shoot them.
Because there wouldn't be a movie without this. They have to have a chance to escape.
Yeah, apparently. Ugh.
You betrayed me. And now we're gonna strip you.
I know.
Give us your clothes.
Now we're gonna violate you.
Oh no. I was thinking just strip them and embarrass them, but
Nope, I had to take it further.
I like how there's a thermometer in there apparently.
Just in case you weren't sure if it was hot or not, please refer to the temperature reading apparatus on the wall. But is it a dry heat? That's what I want to know.
I was gonna say it must be because they aren't very sweaty. And also, if they're so hot, why are your clothes still on?
What the
What?
fuck? Did you just hopscotch over his leg? That's what it looked like. God.
I like how that always opens them, but couldn't that just jam it and keep it shut?
Yeah, more than likely, that's exactly what it would do.
I love when that always happens in movies. Let's shoot the control panel. No, that would probably just lock it up for, like, good.
They're using bullet magic.
Right? Here's my password. Bang!
What was that part of Terminator 2 when they're trying to open the doors? Here, let me try mine. He, like, fucking shoots a grenade launcher at the damn thing. How? Nice.
Okay.
What happened?
I don't see how that would have distracted them because it was nowhere near them, but sure.
Listen.
Movie logic. I'm so distraught. I'm so worried. I better put my hat back on.
But this is a different girl, isn't it?
No, that's the girl with the hat.
That's Hat Girl?
Yeah, see, she's got the jacket on that matches the hat. The blood moon rises once again, Link.
Okay, we get it.
Hey,
The oven is preheated. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's not only can anyone find your base, but apparently anyone can just walk out of there. Goodbye, stupid Earthling. Don't try to be cool. They fucking got away, okay? Don't try to pass that off as part of your plan. No. You took them hostage. They got away. You suck at what you do.
I can sense there's a bomb in here.
They used bomb magic. Still, if you felt you had to do this,
yeah,
you knew that you had a shitty fucking prison, and your guards sucked, and that they're probably gonna get away. But hey, you still covered your ass, so good for you.
Well, shit, son. Somehow my string didn't catch on fire, though.
Still making payments on that, bro. Even though if the moon was that color, should everything be like red right now?
Yes.
So couldn't these prophecies basically be like, okay, these aliens came by a long time ago, and they just because they had advanced technology, they were just like, okay, we know, lunar calendars and that. All right, when the moon does this, this is gonna happen. All right, guys, we got to come back at this time and make this
Mm-hmm.
happen. Prophecy. No, we just did it when we said we were gonna do it. Well, I mean,
We could just blow it up.
yeah,
But sure.
sure. Well, we'll help you feel
Better
good about
take your
yourself.
magic pipe.
Vape Nation.
Fuck my daughter. This is what I was
I
really
know,
worried
right?
about.
He's like, man, I was getting really stressed out there, bro. Thank you. Oh shit. You didn't happen to find
She's like,
a
I'm
little
nothing
baggie
without my
of
hat.
oregano with it, did you? They like run in and just
Ask me
high five each
later.
other.
See, there's her hat. She just grabbed it.
That's an important hat.
It is.
It's a source of her power.
If it was between the hat and the statue, she'd save the hat.
I would too, surprisingly enough.
What? So I guess they paid attention to where the secret door
So what if
button
someone
is?
just, like bumped their head into that and then like, oh look, a door just
I
opened.
guess they're invited guests
I
to the
guess.
Spape Men.
Spape.
Man, you guys didn't even change your password?
You guys don't have like a fucking camera just to look at.
Well,
I'm
they
just
did
saying.
have the camera. That's the thing. I guess nobody was manning it.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, now Peter's gonna be angry.
Wah, wah. I bet they only had one mask, so they had to shoot every individual like space ape man on its own. Just, guys, think of our budget. We got one ape mask, okay? Is that the castle?
Oh,
That's a pretty tiny castle.
listen. Oh no, they've got Roshi. Yeah, I think it's more or less the fucking space apes that brought this problem. I don't know, but
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Whoa, right in the face.
ow.
Got a little something right there. Oh my god, they actually did have two masks! Holy shit! Yeah, should she be freaking out more? She just looked away, but I'm kind of like, you haven't seen the fact that they're fucking ape men, have you yet?
Yeah, but I mean, think of all the shit they've seen already. Like,
I know, right?
they just watched Godzilla fight a giant, like, T-800 version of himself in the city.
Oh my god!
That's a cool effect, though.
Does that mean Khal Drogo's gonna come back?
Is that what's supposed to happen?
In the Game of Thrones thing, when the sun rises in the west and sets in the east.
Yeah, I like what it means more here. I think this is way cooler.
I know, I understand. It's pretty cool.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Jason Momoa. Seems like a pretty cool guy, but I'll take me some Mechagodzilla any day.
King Caesar. Come on, boy. Come on. Come on, Caesar. Come on.
Tail starts wagging. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Caesar because I'm pretty sure when I heard them pronounce it,
Mm-hmm.
it's just funny because it looks like Caesar. I was like, King, when I was a kid, I would just see the name like King Caesar. Looks like the the statue of was it
Holy shit.
not Zool? Was it Zool? No, not Zool. Vince Vince from Ghostbusters.
Mm. He's terrifying.
He's just there, like kind of a interesting reveal. He's just sitting there.
Just chilling in this rock.
I don't really think freed him is the right word. They just kind of like revealed him. Well, that's presumptuous.
He just looks annoyed. He's like, God damn it.
I want my life to be so awesome that I can utter those words. Release the cyborg.
Didn't he say launch the cyborg?
Or launch. Yeah, that's even cooler. Launching it because it implies flight. So I have a flying cyborg. I was gonna say though the compositing in this movie is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I love all those really good composite shots, and also it's cool to see them give like scale to like some of these monsters too.
Yeah.
Almost like shots that you can put humans in the same shot with the kaiju because then you can really just get a sense of just how massive
Ironically,
these things
too,
are.
it's probably because, think about it, they didn't have to make very many miniatures in terms of like buildings and cities because it's mostly all on the island.
Yeah.
So.
But again, the fight scenes are very elaborate. I mean, even that scene though with the factory though, that was a
Yeah.
really big elaborate set. You know, all the fire. There was a lot of
So,
logistical.
Can I wake up, Caesar? Maybe you can just get your big furry ass up.
You gonna do that? Yes, Caesar.
Be a beautiful woman. Oh boy, you're gonna get a sexy singing dance.
Yep. So now, would this be considered Enka music?
I don't know.
Because I know like Enka music is considered like kind of like more old timey music for Japan, right?
Mm-hmm.
But every time I
It's
hear it,
basically like their old folks music.
but I kind of like it. Is
I
that
do
wrong?
too.
Like I hear it because it's everyone's so well sung. The voices are very beautiful, and it's
Mhm.
always like you can tell they're more classically trained singers, and that's a cool shot.
But I'm kind of like, how can he hear you?
For the, I want to hear Baby Metal do a cover of this.
Jesus.
I want to have a cool song like that. Someone sings about me.
To summon you.
Just do some cool Dragon Enka song. I'd be down with that. Well, it's a good thing that Mechagodzilla walks really slow
Yeah,
because
it's a good thing he just flies up and then just decides not to fly anymore.
yeah, because this is a long ass song.
And he still got to get out of the mountain. Or rock, whatever.
I love his face.
I know, he's terrifying.
A lot of good detail though. So he's one I would like to see that come. He made a comeback in Final Wars.
Yeah.
Even though I actually think he looks cooler in this movie.
Yeah. I don't remember what he looked like in Final Wars.
Yeah, but I just wish they would have made him like a quadruped because it's just weird. Because again, you have a giant shishi dog, and it just seems weird that that you make him on two legs.
Yeah.
But he's still cool.
Jesus, that just abrupt cut in
I
the
know.
music.
Yeah, he was nice and waited for him to finish.
It's like, Caesar activated. Woo! Oh, better shake my coat off. Been in there a while.
So his roar a little bit there. Toho had produced a film alongside an American company called The Last Dinosaur, and the Tyrannosaurus Rex. It was the all the dinosaurs done with like tokusatsu. I love his ears.
Ears.
The ears have
They
the.
look like weird bat ears there.
But the roar that you're hearing there, that lower end roar, that was the roar of the T Rex from that movie.
You tripped my alarm. Ow. Wow.
Boom! Oh. That's cool.
It's because he's got like ruby eyes or something.
They like reflected back, yeah, or
Yeah.
absorb it. That's cool. That's a cool power, though. Look at that. Yeah. I love it's just a throwdown. The fights at the end of the show era got so good. They were just brawls. I love that.
I'm trying to get a close look at his like suit. It's like almost part scale and part fur.
Yeah, he's kind of.
They're really not like he keeps moving too quickly, or it's too far out for me to see.
I want Mechagodzilla like flip him off and point it at him. This music was used in Son of Godzilla. Oh. Oh, hey.
That's not fair.
I love it because if you think about it, they're kind of polar opposites as fighters. Mechagodzilla is this very robotic, mechanical, methodical fighter, and Caesar is like this brawler. This kind of this like a bar brawler. You know what I mean?
Goes fast.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. They're basically kind of two very different fighters. So I love when you see two monsters that have different fighting styles get put together like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell Mechagodzilla's analyzing the situation, studying weaknesses, whereas Caesar is like just throwing himself at him and just seeing what happens.
The fuck is his ring gonna do? See, I almost think those are like foxtails on him.
Ow. Jesus.
That's
God.
the thing, though. Because he is mechanical, it's kind of like, okay, how do you fight him?
Oh, you're gonna see.
Oh, he's like shoving his hand in his mouth.
I know, look at that.
It's like, you're gonna like it.
Oh. Here we go.
It's glowing blue. I'm back.
Different suit for the water, if you noticed.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's like, oh, I'm gonna fuck you up
You
so
might have
bad.
embarrassed me once, but not again.
What, that you can't beat him? Okay. No, I think he figured that out for himself.
To death.
To death.
Wow, it's a pretty cheap ring if you can just bend it like that. He's like, I got this out of a coin machine.
I don't think vaping's gonna help here, Professor. Oh, that's a cool shot.
Yeah, it is.
Too bad he looks a little adorable, but
He does. He just looks like a scrappy young kid. It's like, you go get him, mister.
they do that same shot in The Return of Godzilla, and he looks infinitely more terrified.
Yeah.
Come and get it! I'm gonna teach you a lesson!
Gonna whoop your butt and steal your Pokemon cards.
Love it. Come get it!
Oh. Why?
God damn it!
Get out of the way. Now he flies.
Ow.
God, he's got crazy eyes.
He's got lock picking eyes. That's how I look when I pick locks. Jesus, everyone here know how to like pick.
Well, I'm trying to like. What was he saying about his pipe earlier? If he
I don't know. I just assumed he was high.
I know, right? I like Caesar's tail. How they actually gave him like the kind of big ass tail.
And that's King Kong's roar right there.
Mm. Jesus.
Well, Mechagodzilla is very versatile, as you can see.
He's like, now I'm gonna blow stuff up just to show off.
Ooh. I like that shot in reverse. That was clever.
Yeah.
Oh.
You spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby. I wish I could spin my head around and make a force field around myself.
Right? I would do that all the time.
Me too. I'd be like, stop talking to me, and then I just spin around, and then...
Ooh, that even... Every time I'd seen that scene, I could just feel the pain.
Don't smile.
I know he is,
I'll play footsies.
You want to get high?
Give you some drugs before we die.
Like, damn. Like, look at him. Look at him. Jesus
There's just a lot
Christ.
happening right now.
He's, like, just unloading. Like...
I like his rainbow beam.
Yeah. Look at those poor bastards here. Like, son of a bitch! God damn it!
They're just like stumbling over each other at this point. I'm like, come on, guys, get it together. Get it together. You got this.
It's also one of the benefits, too, of having like an artificially created kaiju like that. It's like, you can just give them all kinds of powers, and you can justify it because, well, you know, we made him, so we're going to give him all the bells and whistles.
Godzilla was just like, when will it stop? Jesus Christ. It's a bit much.
Damn. But again, just think of the actors though in the suits when they have to go through that. I mean, all that stuff is blowing up around them. I mean, the actual like lasers and beams aren't real, but the effects are. The result of what they do are.
Sparks and fire.
Yeah. Like all that stuff is happening to the suit. That's crazy to think.
I know. Probably pooped myself.
A
little bit.
Little bit.
Like, oh God!
Ow.
Fucking blood. Jesus Christ. You want some ketchup? Oh yeah.
It's just weird because it's like, oh, you have to kill Godzilla. It's like, it's not like, oh, destroy God. No, they're fucking killing him. Look at him.
Beat him to death.
It's just so funny towards the end of the Showa era, like, had some of the most violent... I mean, think about it, like, these are some of the worst...
Jesus Christ, Caesar, where are you? Get the fuck in there. Help a brother out.
I mean, we've never really seen Godzilla like this down and out before.
That's cool, even though I'm like, what is happening? But it's cool, so I'll let it pass.
He's like magnetizing himself. Again, it's just badass. He's covered. I would love to see stuff like this done in the newer Godzilla films. Just him covered in blood and just like...
I'm Magneto now, bitches. It's like, oh, no, cannot get away.
Okay, so you guys gonna like do something? Like what?
You're gonna vape. So I'm not gonna lie, those handcuffs just now kind of look like rolls of duct tape with like chains attached to them.
Listen, we've already established that these guys really aren't that great at what they do, so That could very well be what that was.
No, I don't wanna.
Look at him, seriously. He's like metal
I'm
bending right
using
now.
my force powers.
Oh.
How embarrassing for you. This like weird happy music.
I know.
It's like, nah, man, we're gonna tango.
What do you mean your signal? The guy's from Interpol. Shouldn't you just stay the hell out of his way?
I know.
Hey, remember him?
I'm helping.
Like that's his. He just throws himself into it. Damn.
I'm gonna dent your shit up, brother.
Jeez. I just love Godzilla scene gets all fucked up and battle scarred.
All the blood. It's like,
I love this part. One of the coolest Godzilla takedowns ever. Look at that.
forcing his face around.
Wait for it. It gets better. Yeah.
Beheaded.
Just ripped his head off.
How embarrassing for me.
Ooh.
Gross.
Got a bit of an oil leak there.
Oh, I see, like,
Spiky.
yeah.
It's dangerous. Let's get out. Yeah. They had the suit just standing there. Yeah, no, I thought this fight was epic. Oh.
Ow, whoa. Okay.
That's cool.
Where did Seesaw go?
I don't know, wherever he was for like 90% of that fight.
I know, right?
Not there. No, I always love that fight though, because it's just such a brutal fight, and it's like, I love that they can tell they're legit trying to kill Godzilla. But yeah, these movies got kind of intense towards the end again. You know, I probably wonders too if maybe they would have gone more this direction earlier in the Showa era. Maybe, I don't know, who knows? But at the same time, then we might not have gotten some of the Heisei era Godzilla films. But I definitely think with this film and the one that comes after, these movies definitely did go out on a high note. Even though box office wise that wasn't the case, but
He's like, I'm done.
I know.
Fuck all of you. I'm going back in my hole now.
Yeah, I know, right? Just like, well, that was fun. Not.
Don't wake me again.
Like, seriously. No, again, I know that, again, he had a little bit in Final War, but I would love to see Caesar come back. I always thought, I love the idea of like an ancient kaiju that's been, so.
Mm.
All's well that ends well. No, I always thought it was cool when they could integrate like Godzilla into like stories of like or again these are Japanese films, so it's cool to see them using kind of like their folklore, their
Yeah.
element. I mean, I know there's no real King Caesar, but like creating a Japanese style myth and folklore to kind of create a cool kaiju. Because again, you got to try to figure out different ways to create different origins.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll see Mechagodzilla again very soon. We'll catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.
Peace.